So, good morning, everybody. The current time is that's backwards, but 6:26 a.m., which is interesting. That's my birthday. Now I think about it, as soon as I show that to the camera, but like it represents my birthday, June 26th. Interestingly enough, but today I got up at like 5:50, and I haven't done that in a minute. Like I've been getting up at like 6:30, between 6:30 and 7, even on a school day. It's like, considering that I get at school about 7:30 with like 20 minutes in reserve usually, that's not that impressive. Like, getting up that late, and I think 5:30 to 6 is just the time you should be getting up at, like regardless of school or anything, because it's like, for one, the sun's not out, and then when it does come out, you get out there, you get proper sun exposure first thing. It's like really good to reset your circadian rhythm and everything. It's really good for you, believe it or not. Um, and yeah, I'm just trying to reset the sleep schedule, be more disciplined with it, get up early, because typically you're most productive in the morning because there's no distractions, nobody to bother you or anything. Everybody's asleep, other than my mom, but even if they are awake, they're not doing much, let's be honest. Not to diss anybody, but most people in the morning are just chilling. But, if you can get up early, do your hardest work of the day. For me, it's like editing stuff, probably homework. It's like that is more than ideal. Um, yeah, I went to bed at 9. It took me a minute to fall asleep because I previously got up at like 10 o'clock and all that. But yeah, pretty disciplined day yesterday. Got stuff done. But yeah, I think that's definitely something you should do. The first thing you should do is set your sleep schedule where you get adequate sleep. And for school, getting like 8.5, 9 hours is about as good as you can get, honestly. With, if you have a job, work, or whatever. And just make it sustainable. Have like time blocks. So if you're not going to be doing the same stuff, make your schedule where you can shift it. Like, for example, hold up. There was a video the other day, and it's like a time block thing, say from like 6:30 to 7 a.m. For me, I said, um, like getting ready for gym or school, your morning routine. And then obviously for when I'm in school, it's like 7:50. I'm not gonna say the end time, but to like 2:10 when I get out. It's like me doing homework or just school stuff. And then I have my wrestling time block when I'm working out after school. 5 to 7, chores, homework, YouTube stuff. 7 to 9, read, walk, watch YouTube. Just give yourself options with that, schedule. So that way you can sort of move the time blocks around. It's like, say you have something going on, like a social event. It's not going to disrupt your routine. It's more sustainable, because I saw this YouTube video the other day, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, it's probably something you should consider for sure. Like, you could do this ultra productive routine, but it's like, if you never consistently do it, it's like, why bother? Not that, like, I agree with this dude or anything. He's just an example. But he is ultra successful. Andrew Tate, if you look at that guy, dude gets up at like 11, somewhere between 9 and 11. It's like, he gets up later. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but he's not like doing all these cold showers and everything like everybody else does. Yet he's super productive because he does fits to a schedule he can sustain. Like, and I'm not saying you should do that. I'm saying be as disciplined as possible. Start small. Find something you can stay consistent with, because there's no point in doing something if you're just gonna crash and not actually end up doing it in the long run. What's the point? You want it to be sustainable. Just like a diet to lose fat, you don't want to cut calories too much, because it's just, you won't get the fat off. You don't want to eat too much food, because one, that's pretty hard for most people to eat like a plus 1,000 calories until you just put on excess fat. Like that's the point. You want it to be sustainable, something you can do in the long term. Because long term progress is way more significant than short term, especially when you stay on it. It takes a bit of discipline regardless, but it takes way less, and you can sustain it much easier. Yeah, that's the goal though, is continue getting up early, resetting the sleep schedule, and I think I'll be able to consistently do that, and I'll keep making these videos in the morning. It's going to be something I have to do for the sake of YouTube and stay consistent with it. So with that being said, take that into consideration and make it, brothers.